ganz kurz rumläuft, möchte ich noch ganz kurz eine eigene Frage stellen. Das ist einfach so ein privates Anliegen. Finn, I just had one little question. The first time I met you, you were wearing a costume. I hope it's okay that I ask you. It was a very strange mixture of a crocodile and a unicorn.
Yeah.
But why?
Before I went to Rincon, I went to a party, a friend's party, and it was a onesie themed party. And so I just had that in my luggage and it was super comfortable, so I decided to wear it with me.
And probably very warm.
Yeah, it was very breathable. Yeah.
Okay. Chris, hast du denn jemanden?
Keine Ahnung, hat hier jemand Fragen?
Nein.
Just gonna take a couple of seconds.
Da vorne ist die Finger. Gut.
Nicht meine.
Hab ich extra so weit weggelaufen?
Chris, da warst du schon mal besser drin.
Ich komme einfach mal direkt hier vor. Ah.
Genau.
Hallo? Okay, hallo. An wen hast du denn eine Frage? Was wäre die?
To all of you, what was your favorite blooper while filming?
Who would like to start? I don't have one.
Ja, ich spreche auch ein kleines bisschen Deutsch. Ein Blooper, ich hatte natürlich keinen Jack in the Guard, keine Blooper, ich habe mal das falsche Gesicht aufgesetzt, aus Versehen. Aber ansonsten ging das alles total smooth.
What did he say? Jack, do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, I mean, we're already always pretty professional on set.
I just said the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, there was one bit in the purple wedding scene where I die. Spoiler alert. Where I had a line where I was eating the wedding cake pie, and my line was, "Oh, this pie is dry. I need some wine to wash it down." Now, however way I said it, Peter Dinklage, who plays Tyrion, just couldn't stop laughing. So it took us a while to get through that line, and I had a tough conversation with him afterwards, just about keeping it professional, and because you're not allowed to have fun. You're not allowed to have fun on set. So yeah, but that was it.
Mine wasn't really a blooper, it was more trying to use the bathroom in the armour that I was wearing. Pretty tough, so like when we were shooting on location, the toilets we would have would just be those like portable toilets, you know, those very small ones. And so I'd be in all of this armour trying to go in there and take a leak, and I'd get in there and then I couldn't move and I couldn't get anything out and then I couldn't leave. It was kind of just like a personal blooper, I guess.
Now it's public.
It was a pooper blooper.
A pooper blooper. Nice.
Chris, ich gebe wieder ab an dich. Hast du denn noch jemand mit einer Frage?
Ich habe hier mit einer Frage, aber wollte ich sagen, mit der Rüstung hätte ich dir geholfen. Okay, jetzt die nächste Frage. To all of you, which films inspired you to become an actor?
Which films inspired you? I wasn't inspired by any films. I didn't even think about film when I had the idea to become an actor. I just thought about theater initially. Und das mit dem Film kam dann erst später. Da war es dann schon zu spät. Also da war ich dann schon Schauspieler.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I never was yeah, I never really watched any films when I was younger and wanted to emulate it. It was always just something that I just felt very comfortable doing. I started off in theatre and I just loved being in front of a crowd, playing another character, and that kind of just led into television and film. So.
Yeah, I started acting pretty young when I was about 8 years old, so can't really remember what what I was inspired by, but I do remember really enjoying a movie called Bugsy Malone, which was kind of like a musical, but it was like a comedy movie with kids, but the kids were playing mafia-style gangsters, and instead of guns, they had cream guns. And I just wanted to play with a cream gun. I was like, I want to do that. Yeah.
Chris? Ja,
Du bist schon weiter.
Hier bin ich. Andere Richtung, Tim. Egal, ich...
What is your favorite Game of Thrones house?
The one of black and white.
We're all going to say our own houses. I truly think the Tyrells were the most noble of all families. I think if they were in power, everything would have been okay.
Yeah, I guess the Lannisters were pretty cool. But I don't know if Joffrey was Lannister or Baratheon, but they're the best, obviously.
But I guess it was just an easy question. Chris, weiter.
Which voice actors are you still in contact with? Which actors of the series?
None of them, I don't like any of them.
Well, I sometimes meet Jack Gleeson and Finn Jones, but
That's it.
yeah, that's it.
It's nice doing these events and these Comic-Cons because we haven't seen each other since we really worked with each other in Belfast. So it's always nice when you do these, you meet up with friends and colleagues that you work with so intensely. So
You've changed a lot.
I've changed a lot. Yeah,
You've changed. You used to be so humble and...
I'm now a right prick.
Yeah.
So, that's what happens.
Okay, Chris, du hast bestimmt schon wieder die nächste Frage bereit.
Yes.
Das ist eine Frage bezüglich Jaqen H'ghar. Also was hat er getan, nachdem Arya dann Gesichtslose war? Also weil er dann nicht mehr vorgekommen ist.
Ja, ich habe auch keine Ahnung, was er getan hat. Also, ich sehe jetzt nicht, wo du bist, aber ich kann dir dann gerne die Telefonnummer von George R. R. Martin geben. Also der weiß es sicher, aber mir hat es nicht erzählt.
Wegen der Telefonnummer komme ich dann nachher nochmal auf das. Okay, Chris,
Ja,
ein weiterer.
ich sehe dich nicht, du bist hinter der Blume, aber wir haben eine nächste Frage.
Yeah, the question is to Finn. Did you prefer filming for Game of Thrones or Iron Fist? And are you sad that they cancelled the series?
They were both great experiences. They're very hard to kind of pit against each other because they were both very unique. Game of Thrones was a wonderful 6 years of my life working on the most epic television show of all time. And then playing a superhero in New York for Marvel was unreal, like a crazy dream come true. Yes, I'm sad that the show came to an end. I'm sad when all shows come to an end. It's a shame to kind of leave a character that you've invested so many years into, especially with Iron Fist because the character hadn't completed his journey yet. But you know, with the end of one thing, another thing starts. So it's always exciting when something ends because you can start something new. So you know, it's life.
Okay, Chris. Ja, ich sehe die nächste. Ich gucke immer nur in die Mitte. Okay, bitte, weiter.
Hi. Ich habe eine Frage an Tom. Und zwar, gibt es Unterschiede, wenn du an einem deutschen Filmset zum Beispiel drehst oder an einem internationalen Filmset?
Ja, das Geld. Nee, also das ist nicht mal ein Scherz. Es ist natürlich immer, die Größe der Produktion ist natürlich immer vom Budget abhängig und bei so einer Produktion wie Game of Thrones, also diese ganzen sensationellen Dinge, die da gemacht haben, kann man natürlich nur machen, wenn man genügend Kohle hat. Und das war halt ein riesen Set. Das Problem dabei ist dann ein bisschen, weil alles so groß ist das eigentliche Drehen sehr langsam. Also als Schauspieler sitzt man ja normalerweise sowieso die meiste Zeit rum und wartet auf irgendwas. Ein kluger Mann hat auch mal gesagt, als Schauspieler wird man fürs Warten bezahlt, das Spielen ist umsonst. Aber je größer eine Produktion ist, desto langsamer geht das dann nochmal und desto mehr Kameraeinstellungen werden dann gemacht und desto, ja, aber war natürlich ein sensationelles Erlebnis.
leg los, ich habe dich gesehen.
Also, die Frage kommt nicht von mir. Das war nicht klar.
I've got a question for Finn, and first of all, I loved your role, but my boyfriend hates you.
Sorry. It happens. You'll get over it.
Was it very hard for you to play the love rival of your own sister in character?
No, it's great. I mean, who doesn't want a bit of incest? Come on, 2019, live a little. No, it was fun. It was really great working with Gethin. Great actor. We had a really good connection and chemistry on set, and yeah, it was just wonderful to play such a intense, secretive love affair on screen. It was fun. Yeah, it was great.
Ich grätsch mal ganz kurz rein. Jack, I wanted to ask you a little question. You're currently doing theater work with Collapsing Horse. Just wanted to know, what do you prefer about theater work instead of working on TV set?
Oh, yeah, I feel they're quite different. With the theater company I work with, what's unique is we come up with the idea ourselves and develop the story and all the characters and the whole world. So it's really fulfilling to start with absolutely nothing and then build a show up until it's ready for an audience, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. So I like the creative aspect of it, but performing on stage is, yeah, just way different. I'm sure you guys agree. To actually have people live watching you changes how you see the whole act of performing, I think, and makes it really exciting and more nerve-wracking, I think, but it's good. Yes.
Thank you. Chris, jetzt bist du wieder dran.
Hello, can you describe what is Game of Thrones for you in 3 words?
Can you?
Game of Thrones.
I mean, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
That's more than...
I know it is once-in-a-lifetime experience. Words. Alright, that's 6 words. Sorry.
Really? Ich kann's nicht. Ich kann's nicht.
Chris, wenn du jemanden hast, leg einfach los.
Okay.
Hello, I have one question to Finn. Finn, what do you think about the ending of Marvel Avengers Endgame?
I mean, I wish I could tell you, but I haven't seen it, so I have no idea. I haven't seen the ending of Endgame, and I haven't seen the ending of Game of Thrones, so I have no idea. Shame! Yes. I heard it was good though, it did really well in the box office, so I'm sure people loved it.
Okay, Chris,
aus der Ecke hier diesmal.
Hi, I've got a question for all of you. Are you happy with the ending of Game of Thrones?
I predicted it. I was happy because I was right. I didn't see the end of the show, so I can't comment on it, but someone told me what happened, and yeah, I predicted it a couple of years back that was going to happen. So I was chuffed.
What did you predict exactly?
I predicted that there wasn't going to be an Iron Throne at the end, that it would be dissolved, and that also that Bran would lead a small council of people giving democracy back to the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, but I always said no one would be on the Iron Throne. I meant it a bit different, but that's what happened.
I also deserve shame because I haven't seen every episode as well. But no, I kind of wanted that to happen as well, for Leung to sit on the Iron Throne and for the whole thing to be dissolved. So yeah, I guess I was happy with it.
Ich sehe dich zwar nicht, aber ich bin sicher, du hast schon wieder jemanden.
Das klingt auch irgendwie falsch.
Hast du recht.
So, Finn Jones, you were in Iron Fist. What was your favorite scene to film?
There was so many. I loved all the fight sequences, especially in the second season. Just getting to work with all the other actors and the stunt coordinator on the second season really made sure that we all performed the stunt sequences ourselves. So we were spending a lot of time in the stunt rehearsal room every weekend with the other actors performing that choreography, and it was just really fun getting there on set and actually fighting with the other actors. It was just a really interesting dynamic.
Quick follow-up. How long does it take to film just one fight sequence?
Maybe half a day. We really bang it out. It's it's a quick process. So you have to be really well rehearsed, so then when you go to do the filming, that you're ready.
So when you say it takes half a day to film it, how long does it take to prepare that scene?
It all depends. Sometimes we maybe have like 2 to 3 sessions, rehearsal sessions of maybe 4 hours in total before we shoot the sequence. So it was very, very quick.
Alright. Chris, ich bin immer noch hier. Next one.
I have a question to Finn. When it comes to an Iron Fist movie, can you imagine it to play as Danny again?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to play Danny again. Like I said before, there's so much of the character that's left unfinished, and there definitely feels like there's a creative hole in me to not continue that journey with the character. So, of course, I would love to pick up the mantle again and see that character's journey come to fruition.
Christian, einfach weitermachen.
Yeah.
I have a question to Jack. Joffrey is arguably the best villain in the Game of Thrones series. What do you think makes him so unique and so effective as a villain?
I guess because maybe you don't really know what's motivating him or why he's so evil. He just is evil, and yeah, he's a what? He's a child. Yeah, it's a good point. And he's a child without any real reason, but with loads and loads of power. So I guess that's what makes him scary. That nobody is really gonna tell him no. But he also maybe doesn't even really know why he does the things he does. Sometimes he's just an evil guy.
A quick follow-up by myself. Do you have a problem that people will always remember you for portraying that evil character?
No, I mean, I take it as a compliment. It's like a huge honor to be part of a show like Game of Thrones and to play a memorable character and to evoke any kind of reaction from an audience is satisfying as an actor, even if the reaction is one that you want to kill kill the character. No, I take it as a huge compliment, and yeah, very proud of it.
Ich sehe gerade, dass wir jetzt auch schon langsam zum Ende kommen müssen. Vielleicht noch eine letzte kurze Frage, Chris.
Okay, ich weiß nicht, ob sie kurz wird. Schauen wir mal. Also ich hoffe, das ist kurz. Tom, an dich. Und zwar, es wurde berichtet, hier wo der Zauberstab leuchtet. Hallo. Ja. Und zwar, es wurde berichtet, dass für die letzte Staffel so ein paar Fake-Szenen gedreht wurden. Und ich glaube, bei der Doku The Last Watch wurde auch gesagt, dass du eingeflogen wurdest nach Dubrovnik oder Lejadik oder irgendwo.
Nach Sevilla.
Oder genau da. Habt ihr da auch wirklich was gedreht? Und wenn ja, was war das? Oder war das einfach nur um die Paparazzi zu verarschen?
Das war relativ absurd. Also die Produktion hat mich irgendwann angerufen und die haben gesagt, ja, könntest du dir nicht vorstellen, komm doch nach Sevilla, wir haben da auch ein schönes Abschlussfest dann und einfach so Urlaub und machst ein paar Selfies mit Fans, um sie auf eine falsche Fährte zu locken. Und dann dachte ich erst so, oh, echt? Aber dann dachte ich, Urlaub. Und bin dann tatsächlich hingeflogen und bin gelandet und bekomme eine E-Mail vom Produktionsbüro, da steht drin, dein Pickup morgen ist um 6:30 Uhr. Dachte ich, hä? Wieso Pickup? Was wollen die von mir? Soll ich jetzt vielleicht mal meinen Agenten anrufen? Drehe ich vielleicht doch noch was? Ist es jetzt alles schon so geheim, dass sie nicht mal den Schauspielern mehr sagen, wenn sie irgendwas spielen sollen? Und dann wurde ich am nächsten Tag tatsächlich ans Set gefahren, ins Kostüm gesteckt, die Perücke auf. Und dann wurde ich da in diesem Amphitheater, also wo dann die große eine der letzten Szenen spielt, die Versammlung, wurde ich da einfach so ein bisschen hin und her laufen gelassen. Und Dan und David standen irgendwie so in der anderen Ecke und haben so ein paar verwackelte Handyfotos von mir gemacht. Und haben die dann so an die Presse durchgestochen, damit es aussah, als ob irgendwelche Fans da die Absperrung durchbrochen hätten und so. Also es war wirklich sehr ausgeklügelt alles, aber ja, ich hatte Spaß.
Okay, damit sind wir schon am Ende von der ersten Q&A-Session. Direkt hier bleiben, im Anschluss kommt gleich Katie Leung. Und erst nochmal einen riesen Applaus für unsere Game of Thrones Stars.
Wow, so many of you. Hi.
I would like to start off. Yeah. I believe it was your birthday yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Bekommen wir das ganz kurz hin? Auf dein kurzes Happy Birthday? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, liebe Katie. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you guys. Just made my birthday. Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to start off with one question,
Yes.
and then I'm going to give it over to the audience.
Okay.
Just a little quick one. Harry Potter's been over for a while. The book came out more than a decade ago,
Yeah.
but it's still going very strong. Why do you think that Harry Potter is still so relevant today?
Why do I think it's relevant today? I think it's never been more relevant than it is now because I think the world is just, there's such a divide between people, and the books, you know, explore humanity and, you know, all those kind of things that we are really in dire need of right now. And I think, yeah, people need to remind themselves about like the goodness that they can possess, and for that reason I think, yeah, it's just, people need it, yeah.
Und damit geben wir jetzt ab. Chris, du hast bestimmt längst jemand mit einer Frage.
Gerade noch nicht tatsächlich. Da hebt jemand den Arm. Nur bei dich hatte ich vorhin schon. Zu dir wollte ich vorhin eigentlich noch.
What do you think about Cursed Child?
It's a difficult one.
What do I think of it? Well, I went to see the play. I haven't read the book, but I saw the play. I've got a few friends in it. Well, I made friends with a few of them, and I really enjoyed the performances. I thought, yeah, the kind of magical element of the play is fantastic. It's really wonderful what they've managed to do on a stage, because, you know, often you think because it's on a stage then they're kind of limited to what they can do, but actually they did such a great job of it, and I was more blown away by the performances, the acting. Yeah, it was like a masterclass in acting when I watched it, and yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
hast du wieder jemanden.
Ja.
Ich sehe dich sogar.
Who do you think was the better boyfriend for Joe?
None of them. Yeah, Joe doesn't need a boyfriend. Actually, I think if anyone, like, the perfect relationship would have been Joe and Luna. And Ivana, Ivana was here last year, obviously, but she is an incredible friend of mine, and we spend a lot of time together, and she's just a wonderful friend. Yeah, Joe and Luna.
Okay, Chris.
Wir sind hier in der Ravenclaw-Ecke.
How did you get your job in Harry Potter?
You guys don't know. What? Giggle it. No, I'm kidding. So I saw a casting call, which was like an advertisement on the Chinese channel that my dad was watching. Well, I didn't see it, my dad saw it. And I remember I was doing my art homework at the time when I was at home. I was 15, 16, and my dad came through to the dining room, and he was like, "Oh, Katie, there's a casting call on television, and it says if you're 16 and you're East Asian, you should go and audition for this Harry Potter film." And I said, "Don't be ridiculous." I was like, "I've never acted in my life. It's not something that I want to do," and I was really shy, and I couldn't imagine myself really doing that kind of job. But it was on a Saturday, and it was my dad's day off work, and I was off school that day, so I was like, why not? Let's just go to London and see what it's like. Yeah, so we did that, and it was like a kind of nice bonding session between me and my dad. And then, yeah, we went down, we queued up for hours and hours. There were lots of people trying to audition. I mean, not just East Asian girls, like, the elderly, babies, people of all races trying to get a part, because I think it was, it was huge then. And yeah, I didn't imagine that I would ever become Cho Chang. So it was one of these moments, one of these kind of rare occasions where it felt like it was kind of meant to be, because everything just kind of fell into place, and it was so out of the blue and impromptu. Yeah. And then after that we went through a series of workshops and auditions, and I think after maybe 5-6 weeks I was cast in the films, yeah.
A quick follow-up.
Yeah.
How much did it help for your future roles that you were Cho Chang? Can it also sometimes be somewhat of a hindrance, or is it just a huge help that you acted in those movies?
I don't know. I feel like obviously being cast in the films has given me this pathway into something that I would have never considered before as a career. And actually, when I finished the Harry Potter films, I wasn't sure whether I could act. I was kind of self-doubting and quite insecure about it, because I felt that I was only cast because I was in the right place at the right time, and I hadn't had any training. So part of me really wanted to give up acting and go back to uni to do something else, which I did. I went and did photography for 4 years, and just as I was coming to the end of my degree, I was cast in a play at the Young Vic in London, and I did that, and I fell in love with acting all over again. I was on stage, I was in front of an audience, and I could feel, the energy between us, and I loved it so much. So I went back to drama school, and I studied for 3-4 years, and I can't think of anything else that I'd like to do. So yeah, so for that reason, I'm really glad that I got the role. But sometimes I'll have days where I think, oh, am I only cast because I was in this big franchise and, you know, for promotional reasons people might want to cast me in things, but I think it's a really kind of bad frame of mind to be in or to think in that way. So I always try and like look at it from a positive side and see how much it has given me. Yeah.
It also sounds a little bit like you would prefer stage acting to film acting?
So when I do stage, I miss film. When I do film, I miss stage. So I'm just never happy. But you know, it's kind of a difficult industry as well. It's not like I'm consistently working because as an actor, you're always grafting. You're always a struggling actor. So kind of whatever I can get, and if it's good writing, it doesn't really matter what medium or what form. I'm just really happy to be working and performing. Yeah.
Ich gebe wieder ab. Okay.
Hoffentlich nicht den Löffel, denn wir haben die nächste Frage.
What's your favorite character?
From the Potter books? Or any character?
From Harry Potter. Yes. So I have two at the moment that I can't choose between. One is obvious, Luna. She's. I'm a little bit in love with Luna, as you probably know. But you know, she's such a. I think we can all be a bit more like Luna because she's so weird, but very. Very happy to be that weird person. She doesn't care what anyone thinks, and I think we could all be more like that and not feel like we have to conform with society or what is cool. I think it's really, you know, so she's taught me a lot through just being herself, and Ivana's like that as well. So really, it's Ivana. But my other favorite character is Snape. For obvious reasons, yeah.
Okay, Chris, yes, weiter.
What do you think of Drarry?
Someone doesn't approve. What do I think of Drarry? Yeah. Oh, I know, right? No. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to kind of seeing how that would work out. Do you know what? In a way, I think there's this kind of element of truth. You know, when you're growing up, it's like the person that you hate is actually the person you really have a massive crush on. You just don't know how to express those feelings, and you know, probably a result of the patriarchy. It's been like, I hate you, but I love you. So yeah, I'd like to see it.
Na Tim, machen wir weiter, ne? Ja. Ich sehe gerade, wie wichtig Tim ist.
Well, for filming, you sometimes have to go out of the country. If you could choose, to which country would you like to go to shoot a movie or a series or something like that?
Do you know what? It's really. I was just speaking to someone backstage, and it was. This is my second time in Germany. The first time was in Düsseldorf. And yeah, like it's really beautiful here. Like it reminds me of Scotland, like where I'm from. And it's like, you know, it's really, the air's fresh, and it's like, you know, there's so much greenery. It's just, yeah, it's really beautiful here. So I would definitely come back here. I'd love to film here. It's very scenic. Yeah.
Ich muss ja gar nichts mehr sagen. Mach mal weiter.
Du machst uns sprachlos, ne? Die nächste Frage.
Which scene out of the books would you have liked to play as Joe?
Oh, that I didn't get to play. I'm thinking like, I mean, I generally wish that Cho was in more of the films, so her character was maybe a bit more fleshed out, because you didn't get to see much of, who she is, and I definitely think if she played a bit of Quidditch, like I would have loved to play Quidditch. I think I really missed out on that. Yeah, so definitely the Quidditch, and also the date between Harry and Cho would have been really funny to film, I think.
Okay, es geht romantisch weiter.
What do you think about Hermione?
Hermione? Was that, what do I think of Hermione?
No, Hermione.
Oh, Hermione! I prefer Drarry. Yeah, definitely. I don't know why, it's more interesting.
Okay, dann hoffe ich, dass der Apfel nicht eifersüchtig wird.
Hi, Katie, I love you. I love you too. I can't see you. Weird. Sorry, I'm laying on the glass. Oh, hi.
And I wanted to ask, why did you cut your hair? Because it really fits you and it just looks super good. And
I love it so much. Oh, thank you so much.
I recently cut my hair too, and yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I would recommend it for anyone who's like considering to cut their hair and they feel like they can't because for whatever reason, like. Okay, I was going to swear, but I'm not going to swear. Yeah, it's really liberating, actually. I cut it for a job. I was doing a play at the Royal Court just a couple of months ago, and the character I was playing was quite an androgynous character, but I think that was just an excuse to cut my hair, because I wanted to do it for a long time. And I don't regret a minute of it because I love it. It's just really freeing. Before when I had long hair, I felt like, oh, I couldn't wear a dress because it was too feminine or whatever. But now, like, that it's short, I don't know. I'm like, I feel more comfortable at like wearing a dress and just being like feminine, like I would normally have been. So I love it, so I'm glad you like it as well. Thanks.
Von kürzeren Haaren kann ich auch ein Lied singen, wirklich viel besser. Okay, die nächste Frage.
Yeah, we understand. Liking short hair. My question is, what do you enjoy? What kind of things apart from your profession and art?
I really like video games. I don't know if it's something that I'm proud of because I get really obsessed with them and I'm not very productive. But I play a bunch of games on my phone. I'm not going to tell you what they are because then you'll just get addicted and you won't do anything else with your life, and that's not good. But I was on the PS4 recently. I haven't played that much because I've been like working and stuff. But I played Call of Duty for a long time, and then Overcooked. Have you played Overcooked? It's so good. And what else? I was playing a game with Ivana not long ago, some kind of like Dragon Quest game. Yeah, that was really fun. But she talks about like loving like Tomb Raider, so that's like her all-time favorite game. So I play video games. What else? I try and read, although not very good at reading. What else? And I should be watching like more films and like TV series and stuff, because as an actor you should, right? But I'm quite non-committal, and if someone tells me that I need to watch something, I'll be like, no, no, I'm not watching it yet. So I'm a bit kind of rebellious like that. What else do I like doing? I like beer. Yeah, sorry kids, I drink a lot of beer. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I have to agree, Overcooked is an amazing multiplayer game. Love it. But do you have an all-time favorite game?
An all-time favorite?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to admit it. What? Mario Kart, because like it reminds me of my childhood. I've had all the consoles. Like, so when I was 3, I had like the Sega Mega Drive, and then I moved on to like the Nintendo, and then yeah, all the PlayStations. Like, it was, you know, it got to a point where you had to choose between the Xbox or the PS. Like, you couldn't have both because that would just be weird. So you had to choose one. So I went on the PS route. Yeah. Oh my god, actually, I did have a favorite game. Theme Hospital? Anyone? Anyone? Oh my god, it's so good. But it's like old school now. But oh, Warcraft. I love Warcraft. Oh my god, I love.
The strategy game or the
Yeah, so
MMO?
I haven't played Warcraft 1 and 2. Like, they were my favorite when I was growing up. I played them on the PC. But then you had to, my brother got me the World of Warcraft a couple of years ago, and then that's when I realized that, you know, you had to keep paying to play it. And then when I realized I had to enter my credit card details, I was like, what? I was like, I've paid for the game already. So I stopped playing it, but yeah.
The good days. Okay, Chris, nächste Frage bitte.
Nächste Frage.
Yeah, I have 2 things.
Yep.
The one thing is the Quidditch team just out there.
Yes.
Has a national t-shirt of Scotland, and they like to play with you. So when you like, you can go there and play around Quidditch.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be any good, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, and the question is, what kind of genre do you like to play?
You mean as an actor? Or
I think it was as an actor.
as an actor?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. What kind of genre? I think I'm quite in past kind of productions and TV stuff I've done. It's always been quite serious and like dramatic and dark and sad. So I would love to kind of maybe try comedy. That would be, yeah, that would be a challenge for me. So yeah, maybe comedy of some kind, like, but still dark comedy, still really crass and like, you know, British. Yeah, so something like that.
Okay, Chris, ich bin mir sicher, du bist schon weitergelaufen.
Guck mal geradeaus.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Okay, da ist die nächste Frage. So, if you had to choose, would you like to stay in Ravenclaw or do you like prefer other houses like Slytherin or Gryffindor?
So I'm actually a Gryffindor. Yeah, I took the quiz a couple of years back and I got Gryffindor, and like, I think most people would probably be happy with that answer, but I was really disappointed because I really wanted to be Ravenclaw. Yeah. So I kind of don't like to admit that I'm Gryffindor. I still say that I'm Ravenclaw. Yeah, so no, I wouldn't want to be in any other house. Yeah.
The Sorting Hat takes your choice into consideration, so I guess you're safe.
Okay.
It did for Harry, so I guess.
Okay, yeah, of course. Yeah. Maybe I'm a bit of both.
Yeah.
Gryffindor. But no, I'm a Ravenclaw. No.
Do you have a favorite spell from the world of Harry Potter?
Yes, Accio, because I'm lazy. Yeah, I know, sorry.
Accio Controller. Okay, Chris.
Ich bin ja genau hier vorne an der Bande.
Hallo.
Okay, hi Katie. My question is, if you could pick one memory from filming Harry Potter to conjure your Patronus, which would it be?
Ooh. Probably the kiss. What was that? Was that a sigh of disappointment? What's that?
She prefers Luna. Like
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
but speaking of working on the set, what was the coolest thing that happened on the Harry Potter set for you?
The coolest thing? Well, it was the coolest thing and also the scariest thing. And I think it was like my first day. My first day on set it was terrifying because I didn't know what to expect. It was my first time like filming anything, not even on that scale, but just anything. And I remember coming on to the first scene that I shot is the scene on the stairs. When with the school bell rings and Cho's coming down and then Harry sees her and then they have a brief moment and my hair's like all over my face because it was such a stupid decision to make because the director, Mike Newell, he was like, oh, how do you want your hair? And I was like, oh, like this. And he was like, yeah, okay, great. And now I look back and I'm like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? So yeah, I came on set and we were about to shoot and I couldn't believe the number of people behind the camera watching. I just, like, in my head, whenever I saw movies, I just thought, okay, there's the director and then the actors in front of the camera. What I didn't realize was the hundreds and hundreds of people standing behind the camera, working on like lighting, microphone, costume, makeup, and I was so overwhelmed, and I was just so nervous, but I think it was a good way in, really kind of opened up my eyes to the filming world, so I will always remember that moment, yeah.
I have to come back to the hair thing. Is it a common thing that they let you choose how you would like to have your hair in a movie?
No. It's not.
For you.
I think Mike wanted this kind of high school crush thing to be as real as possible. So I think that's why, and it was really nice of him to ask me for my suggestion. I mean, he never asked me again, so I think he realized.
You had one shot.
Yeah, I know. I had one shot. Yeah, so yeah, it was really great of Mike to ask me for my opinion on that one day. Yeah.
Okay, Chris, ich gebe wieder ab an dich.
Ich lese wieder hinter den Blumen. Warte, genau, hier, guck dir weiter durch die Blumen durch. Okay, wir haben die nächste Frage.
Who's your favorite villain?
My favorite, sorry?
Snape is
villain. Oh God. Bellatrix. Yeah, she just like, oh my God, yeah, in fact, someone asked me earlier, like, you know, what kind of genre would I like to play? I don't care about genres, like, I want to play her character. Like, she's so badass, she's so cool. I mean, Helena Bonham Carter, she's an incredible actress. I mean, I never had any scenes with her apart from in the final battle. And, you know, there were thousands of us, like, obviously just in this one space, and just watching her be able to kind of play was really inspiring, because she didn't care like who was watching her, or and I guess when I did it at the time I was like 21, 22, so I was I was still very insecure about my performance and stuff like that, but just being able to see that like how focused she was, and I don't know, it's just something about like her conviction, like being this evil person. Like sometimes like when someone has enough conviction, like you kind of let them get away with it. It's like it doesn't matter how evil they are, but if they have the conviction, then it's like, okay, that's not the case because Donald Trump is still really evil. But but yeah, Bellatrix, sorry. Because Helena Bonham Carter was playing a character. She's an incredible actress. So I would love to. She's my favorite villain. Yes.
Wir müssen wieder langsam zum Ende kommen. Wir haben noch Zeit für eine Frage. Also Chris, make it count. Last question, just so you know.
Okay, und nun zur letzten Frage.
How do you feel about the role of Ravenclaw?
How do I feel about the...
the role of Ravenclaws? Can you specify it?
Yeah, if they're too small or if there's enough. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think like there probably wasn't enough of a kind of range of characters representing Ravenclaws certainly in the movies. Yeah, and I've never considered that. I would definitely have liked to see more representation of Ravenclaws. Yeah.
I think we have to wrap it up. Super, vielen Dank, Leute. Und einen riesengroßen Applaus an Katie. Vielen Dank, dass du da warst.